This video will demonstrate the correct procedures and basic rules that must be followed for everyone to enjoy shooting safely here at the Jay Henges Shooting Range and Outdoor Recreation Center. First and foremost, be mindful of your muzzle direction at all times, especially with your uncased firearms. Rule number 1 is the muzzle must be pointed up when transporting your firearms to the check-in window, rifle-pistol range, or shotgun fields. When you are inside the booth, they must be pointed downrange at the bullet trap only. Touchscreen computer kiosks have been installed for your convenience at registration. Simply scan your driver's license, conservation ID, or you can enter your information manually. Follow the prompts to determine how many will be shooting and what type of shooting you are planning to do. The screen above the kiosk will keep you informed as to your position and wait time. You will be called to the window to pay the small fee and will be assigned a shooting position.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
What are you shooting today?
30-06.
Mind if I take a look?
You must check in and out at the registration booth. Gun racks are available outside the registration window to hold your uncased firearms as you check in. There is a small hourly usage fee that you will pay up front at the check-in window, and if you stay longer, you will be charged an additional fee when you check out. Remember, hearing and eye protection are mandatory, so be sure to put it on before you go down to the firing line. You may only handle or transport firearms during a live fire session. You will know when it's a live fire session by the following. A, it will be announced on the PA. B, the booth plates are orange. The Jay Henges Shooting Range is a state-owned facility, and there are to be no holstered or concealed carry firearms on the premises. Please remember, no rapid fire, 3 to 5 seconds between shots, and no uncasing on the back bench where people sit. Make sure to wear your eye and ear protection while on the line, even if you are just observing. You can locate your assigned booth by the designated numbers in each shooting booth and on the numbered booth plates to the right or left of the booth. We use the plate system for you to communicate back to us from the range. A white plate indicates an empty booth, and green is the ceasefire color. Orange is the live fire color. When you get to your assigned booth, immediately secure all of your uncased and unloaded handguns and long guns in their respective racks. Take your cased long guns into the booth and uncase them on the table inside your booth, making sure they are pointed downrange at all times. If you have 2 firearms in a double case, remove the firearm that has the muzzle pointed downrange first. Make sure the action is locked open before placing it muzzle up in the long gun rack. Then, close your case, spin it around, and you will have the other muzzle pointed downrange. Set all other gear inside the booth. No equipment or personal items can be placed on the bench outside the booth. Each booth has the range rules listed. Please make sure that you read, follow, and understand them. Take a seat on the bench behind your booth and wait for the next ceasefire to be called.
Ceasefire, ceasefire. Shooters on the line, open all actions, remove magazines, and completely unload all firearms.
When you hear the ceasefire, stop shooting and wait for further instructions. Be sure to listen to and follow all instructions given by the range officer. Some commands you will hear are: stop shooting immediately and listen for further instructions. Completely unload all of your firearms and make sure to remove or empty the magazine and clear the chamber. Open all actions and place all handguns in the handgun rack and long guns in the long gun rack. Chamber flags are available if needed. Exit your booth, make sure you have your bullseye targets, and leave all firearms, ammo, and magazines in the booth. This tells the range officer that the booth is safe for the ceasefire. Once your plate is on green and the yellow chain is up, do not enter the booth or handle any firearms for any reason. Once you hear this,
shooters, the line is clear. You may proceed downrange.
Proceed downrange to the center aisle of the shooting range. The range officer will release everyone to go downrange at the same time. If you need extra pins or targets, you will find them in the center aisle. The shooting distances on the range are 7, 15, 25, 50, 75, and 100 yards. Each lane downrange is color-coded to the target base, and yardages are marked on the side of the range berm walls. If you are leaving, remember to place your target frame back to the 7.5-yard line in its proper holder. Once you have returned to your booth, stay behind the yellow chain and take a seat on the bench to wait for everyone to return from downrange. If you are leaving, at the start of the next session, place your indicator plate to white, but do not enter your booth at this time. Remember, all shooters and spectators must be wearing eye and ear protection at this time.
Shooters, downrange is clear. You may re-enter your booth. Carefully handle your firearms, keeping the muzzles pointed downrange. You may load and commence fire.
Once you've been released to go back inside your booth, drop the yellow chain to your booth and continue to shoot, or if you're leaving, you can case your firearms and clean up your booth. All brass can be placed in the red brass-only buckets located by the spectator benches. Pick up all trash, including paper targets, and place them in the trash receptacles at the entrance to the range. Once you've gathered your gear, cased up your firearms, and cleaned your booth, return to the checkout window to check out with range staff. All shooters must maintain control of their firearms at all times. Make sure to keep the muzzle of your uncased firearms straight up while transporting them. Thanks for following these rules and staying safe. Enjoy your shooting here at the Jay Henges Shooting Range.